Do you remember Eric?
Eric. Oh, the musician.
Eric the rock star.
In his own mind, maybe?
That's not fair. Women were in line to have his baby.
Darling, having the look of Adonis doesn't make you a rock star.
Yada, yada, yada. Did I ever tell you about New York?
I remember you couldn't tell me.
I was ashamed.
Why?
It was too embarrassing.
He couldn't get it up.
If only.
What? Worse?
Much worse. Okay. We're in New York.
Uh-huh.
We get to our hotel. We go to our suite.
You've got a suite!
Mm-hmm.
You've got a fucking suite! Oh, darling, that's so sweet!
Anyway, we get into a room and he had taken care of everything. He had a bottle of Cristal, there were roses everywhere, the room had a view on Central Park.
The room?
The room had a view on Central Park.
Sorry.
It was incredible. And then he pours the Cristal and he starts telling me this whole story about how great he thinks I am and how difficult the life of rock star is when the only thing he wants is a little love and affection.
And you are buying it.
Buying it, sweetie? I could have bought everything I could from this guy. Anyway, after all this, he wants to take a shower. This suite had a shower. You could have an orgy in it. So, we get into the shower, and it's fantastic. And at the end, he starts drying me off too. And I see the whole thing happening in the mirror, and I'm like, fuck, I want you now. And that's when it happens.
He wanted to pee on you.
Ew, gross! No! Of course not! Oh! God, no. His phone rings. And he's like, I don't care who it is. I'm not picking up because I'm on holiday. But he looks and then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I really have to take this one. And I swear to God, he leaves in his bathrobe in the corridor of the hotel for half an hour.
I already know how this is gonna end.
Absolutely not. When he gets back, his mood has totally changed, but totally. And he sits down and he starts playing his guitar.
Oh, that's so nice.
Not nice! I'm hotter than Gandhi's fucking sandals and he starts playing his guitar. I mean, look, this body, I've never ever been naked in front of anyone who ignored me like that. I mean, this is just embarrassing.
Sarah, sit down. Look, those rock star types, they're not normal, okay? Just get over it. And drink some water, for God's sake.
Anyway, after an hour of mindless strumming, he gets hungry. So we decide to go to the restaurant. And as we leave, I see him taking his phone and putting it away. And I'm like, you're not actually going to take that thing with us, are you? Mm-hmm. And he says he doesn't have a choice. I'm like, okay, it probably has something to do with the band or whatever. So we go to the restaurant, which, by the way, was lovely. P. Diddy was there and Donald Trump. And we sit down and he orders a bottle of vintage red wine. Tries it, sends it back. Orders another bottle of vintage red wine. Tries it, sends it back.
He was showing off, darling.
Orders another bottle of vintage red wine, and this one he likes. So the waiter goes off, and he is proposing a toast. Sweetie, I swear to God, he toasted to my beauty, obviously, but also to my inner beauty and my warmth and my honesty and my kindness and my depth.
Your depth?
Yeah. Anyway, I thought I was gonna cry. And at the moment we're actually going to touch glasses, the same thing happens again. His phone rings. And again he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I really have to take this one. And off he goes.
Goes where?
To the reception. And here I am waiting like an idiot. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I can see him getting more and more agitated.
I would have taken my glass and sit next to Diddy. Or Trump. Who's the wealthier one?
Trump. Believe me, I considered it, but I had to give him a chance. So I went up to him, and at that point he was just with his back to me, and I hear him say, "Listen, this isn't working. You're treating me like a little child. No, I'm not drunk. Yes, I'm going to get drunk now. Leave me alone. No, things are not fine. Leave me alone, bitch." And he throws his phone across the hall.
The X factor, it always is.
At that point, he turns around and looks at me, but really, really scary. I don't know what to say or think or do. And then he turns around again, gets into the elevator and leaves. There I am, in that lobby, in my most expensive Cavalli, and not the H&M one, the real one, with a glass of red wine in my hand. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
But darling, this guy obviously has a psycho ex. What's the big deal about that? Okay, leaving you like that. Rockstar my ass.
Anyway, I go to the restaurant, take my bottle of red wine, and go and sit at the bar. And I'm fucking furious. And also a little scared. I mean, the way he was looking at me was like Patrick Bateman or something. Who? You know the guy from American Psycho?
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, after I'm sitting there for an hour with this great red wine.
Tragedy all over.
I decided to go back to the room. I had finished the wine.
That's my girl.
And as I get there, I'm freaking out a little. He's not in the bedroom. And then I can hear him. He's in the bathroom. And it sounds as if he's talking to someone. And I'm like, fuck this. I want to know who the fuck is on that phone and what the fuck is going on. So I pick up the phone in the bedroom.
And
guess what?
what?
Crying. No! I'm so sorry. I never should have said all these horrible things to you. You know I love you. Please forgive me. And that woman on the other side of the line is like, of course I will. I told you we're inseparable. Please come home to mommy. His fucking mother.
He's fucking his mother.
No! Oh my God! Oh Jesus! You're insane! Oh fuck!
Is just on the phone to his mum.
Yeah. Anyway, so I take my bag, I go to reception, and I demand they give me another room, and I tell them to give the bill to that little Freudian fucker. And I went to bed.
How tragic our lives are.
So true.